And no stranger, it's been a minute since we last met. By the way, just got in town, and I won't let you be the star in the sky. Who am I right? You should be eyes to do this all. I like your part. But to take me foolish isn't an option. Lose my youth, pain, thunder. Baby, I wonder. Baby, I wonder. Put your sweat on me. I got the plug, I made the call. Talking late night, let me lay it down. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will, come through and share. Just say you will, come through and share. Welcome, guys. What is up? Welcome to Earth is School. How are you? I feel like it's hot. It's hot up in here. What is up, you guys? Welcome to the greatest video cast on YouTube. Let me adjust this. Woo, summertime is all the time in Africa. What is up? Welcome, my tribe. How have you guys been on this lovely, what's today? Thursday. I'm so proud of myself. I've been knowing the days of the week and stuff. It's interesting. It's only because Titus is playing soccer, okay? Yes, you guys. What is up? Welcome. Come in. Kaifi. Come in and take a seat. Today's Earth is School. 6 p.m. Eastern Time, every single day. If you are new to this show, then welcome. I am your host, De La Soul, and this is Earth is School. This is my baby, this video cast, where I speak on things that I am passionate about, things that I love, very intentional conversations that help you grow and help you think about what you're thinking about. Okay, this is where we get our mind right, our breath, our core, in a really interesting way. I know that kind of sounded boring to some people, but it's actually really fun here, okay? If you stick around, it's really fun here on Earth is School. If you guys have been tuning in consistently, then let everybody know how much fun we have. Like, we be getting into it, okay? We start every episode with the spinal cord fluid breath. And so we're going to do that breath really quick right now. And then I should just tell you guys now because there's no subject. So today's episode is not going to be a specific subject like I normally have. It's going to be a Q&A. I try to do a Q&A once a month. And so last month we did one in the beginning, and we are doing one today. So if you guys seen the post, then I talked about, getting your questions together. If you have anything that you want to express, anything that's just been keeping you up at night. Most of the time when I do this, you guys have something to say, and it just sparks a whole conversation of, stuff. Sometimes I might get some channel messages that I share on it, but we just kind of go with the flow. I just wanted to give you guys this space to express, and kind of like giving me an opportunity to hear what the collective is going through and what you guys are feeling. And it doesn't have to be something super deep either. You guys can ask a question about myself. There's no limits, okay? But let's start off with our breath, since we're coming into this space and we want to be able to strengthen our core and release the things that we've been holding on to all day. All right, so on 3, we're going to pull it in, and we're going to hold tighten your core and push your navel to your back, okay? Doesn't matter where you are. Okay, don't be embarrassed about what you look like doing this. Okay, I do this anywhere. Who cares? All right, just be like, look, get your breath together, get your core together. Okay, if somebody is judging you. Okay, so on three, 1, 2, 3, breathing in, pushing your navel to your back, squeezing your core, pull up your breath, up, hold it, and release. Nice. All right, one more time. This time we're using more strength, more pull, really opening your core, okay? 1, 2, 3, pulling your breath in, sucking it in and holding it, squeezing your core, push your navel to your back and suck it up. The breath that you have left, go up. Hold it just a little bit longer, and release. Nice. Okay, you guys, so let me know if you guys have any questions. If you're just tuning in, this is not a specific subject that we're going to talk about today. Normally, it's most likely going to get into something, but yeah, I'm just going to wait here to see if you guys have any questions or what's been on your mind. Like, just naturally express. Don't even think of what you want to ask. What has been keeping you up at night? What has been keeping you up at night? What has you motivated throughout the day? What has been bugging you? What is irritating you? What is bothering you about the world, about school lately? That's a good question. For me, I just really been coasting, honestly. I've been coasting. I've been doing my birth work. I've been a lot more focused into this video cast and my painless birth work. I have been creating this group for you guys called Quantum Level that I cannot wait to have a link to so you guys can join. And that's it. I just been in my zone. I feel like I'm always in my zone though. Like, I'm always in my zone. Thank the universe, because life is so much easier when you're in your zone, okay? Nights in Egypt, welcome. Are you religious? Have you ever looked into African spirituality? So that's a good question. I am not considered religious by society's definition. I was at one point. So I grew up, my mother and my father have never been religious, but my aunt, who is traveling in peace, who I owe so much of the woman that I am today and the mother that I am to her, she was very much a strong Christian. And so she taught me what I know, or what I knew as a child as religion, or, Christianity. And then when I got older and right before I got married, I chose to go into the church. And so I was a Christian for a few years, maybe like 4 years or so as an adult, before I decided to leave the church. And I did go down that route of looking at different religions. And I guess you can say for a little bit I was into African spirituality. I mean, it was more so like my mom's side that is Creek and Cherokee Indian, and they do a lot of that. So I guess you can say I dipped in that, but I just never got too deep. I've watched my aunties do spells and stuff all the time for the wrong reasons. So I was never really too deep into it, more like protecting myself, stuff like that. But I have studied. I do a lot of studying other religions and stuff. That's why I'm like, I'm not religious by definition. It's kind of weird. I know it might sound extra, but I feel like I am all religions and I am none of them, if that makes sense. Like, I'm just here. I'm just here, not like, I don't even like to call myself spiritual. I don't like none of those titles. I just like to be like, I'm here. Like, my religion is mindfulness. My religion is subconscious. But yes, I definitely respect all religions, and so many of them, or every one of them, as long as it's not something crazy and dark, they have some good messages. They always have good proverbs and things that you can take from them. African spirituality is really dope. They definitely have some things that you can take from them. I like, when I think African spirituality, I think Oshun and Ogun and the different Orishas. I think Crowe readings, stuff like that. And I've definitely like received some of those. Even here in Senegal, they do that. But yeah, I just be like, y'all, look, we are here, y'all. Okay. We're all here. Earth is school is my religion. That was a good question, though. I know a lot of people were wondering that as well. If you're just tuning in, you guys, this is a Q&A. I should put that on the banner, okay? So I don't have to keep on repeating that. Q&A, Earth is School Q&A today. I love these Q&As because they always spark other conversations. And a lot of times it's things that people were wondering themselves and never get to ask me. And it also just becomes like this open coaching session that everyone ends up needing. So yes, let me know what questions you have. For me personally, anything that you want to express, what's been on your minds, what are you going through, what are you feeling, anything, random subject, it doesn't even matter. We can talk about freaking food. That's how random it is. I don't want to talk about food, but we can talk about it. There's no limits to what you guys can ask. What have you guys been up to? All those things. It just always sparks something. Thank you guys for tuning in. The dog wants to be in my episode so bad. Really? Oh me. Oh my. I'm gonna have to shut this door. Thank you guys for coming in. If you guys love this show, please hit the thumbs up. Let people know about Earth is School, you guys. I'm so appreciative. I just have like major reverence for people who support me. I pay attention to everything. I'm really extra with it. So I remember all of you guys' names. If I see you more than once, then I just don't forget. And I really appreciate you guys for being here in the beginning of all this, because Earth is School is going places. Like right now as we speak, it's happening. Yes. When I was there, everyone ate stew and rice. Do you miss American food? Do you eat with your fingers? That's a good question. Yeah, they love them some. Did you come to Senegal? I think you did say you've been to Senegal. Um, they do love them some rice. Anything with rice is definitely a thing. um, yeah, we don't eat a lot of stew though. I don't know if I've ever seen stew here. I don't know if they make stew here. I've never seen anything like in a deep enough bowl to be stewy. I'm just realizing this. But it's yeah, that's the one thing when you move here, that's the one thing that you miss. I mean, you miss it, but then it's kind of like, because you know that you shouldn't be eating it when it comes to American food. But I definitely miss the access. I do be a little jelly. Like I be like, why when I left all these vegan spots, like America's like half vegan now. Like what? Like I went to Detroit in May, And my cousin was showing me, we were in Target, and she was like, do you like this brand? You like this brand? I was like, girl, I ain't never seen it. I feel like a foreigner. I have never seen these brands. What did you guys do in these last 2.5 years? Like, at that time, it was just, yeah, like 2.5 years. I'm like, what happened? Like, what's up with the vegan boom? So I definitely miss that. I feel like, I don't know if this is all of Africa, but I definitely think the majority, I know West Africa is big on the rice and the meats. So you kind of get that. I mean, sometimes they switch it up. Like, they'll have like almost like a croquette fish type thing. Like they'll just put it in a different way. But I feel like I mean, we've kind of like appropriated a lot of foods though. Like we have tacos, which is like a Mexican thing. We have, lasagna, which is like an Italian thing, pasta or spaghetti. So we kind of have a way more different varieties versus their stuff is normally like a rice, and it could be a different rice. They eat like couscous, and then it'll be like some type of meat, some kind of fish, and then they'll just put it in a different form or seafood. So yeah, I definitely miss me some Chipotle. And no, oh my bad, I don't eat with my fingers. The kids do sometimes because they just be wanting to, be extra cultural, but I definitely don't. You guys have to stay tuned for this vlog. So me and K-Bot did another photo shoot a couple days ago, and we went to his aunt's house. Oh my God. I cannot wait to share this vlog with y'all. His aunt is just, it made me want to cry. Like, the hospitality is so freaking on fleek in Senegal. Like, they need to teach the world how to be like this. Like, what in the world? Like, they are just super sweet when you come to their house. Like, I wanted to eat her food. She was already cooking, so I asked for K-Bot to ask his aunt, could we come and eat? And it was for us to pay for it, but she refused. She would not let us pay for the food. So she invited I and the kids, and we went there, and they were just like so super sweet. They had, like we ate together out of the big plate, and we ate what's called sebon, which is like a seafood and rice. But it was literally the best meal that we've ever had in Senegal. Like, I don't know what she got going on, but she made like a white BSAP sauce. She had all the sauces. Like, she just like had everything. And it's kind of funny. I don't know if I have time, like if I have enough footage to explain it in my video, but it's kind of funny the way they do it, because when you're really over somebody's house and they're really doing their hospitality thing, they might be eating with their hands, and it's very common for them to use their hands to give you your food. Like, I mean, like, we're all eating together, and they'll take the fish or the rice or whatever, and they'll break it and they'll proportion it. And for me, I feel like the kids do so much better than I do. Like, I don't make it obvious. Like, I was telling Kayla, I was like, oh, she's giving us the portions. Here we are. She's using her hands to give us the portions. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. I was telling him about my homegirl, Mom Jada. I was like, yeah, Jada does this too. And I just told her, Jada is Senegalese American. So she grew up in New York and in Senegal. So I could tell her, like, girl, like, calm down with the hands and the portion, and she gonna laugh, and we're gonna laugh about it. But I couldn't necessarily say that. So I was just like, yeah, I was telling Jada, like, it's okay, like, I got it, And so he was explaining to me that for them, it's like, so that you don't have to go through that. You don't have to, like, as a guest, you don't have to do the work to proportion your own food. Like, I'm serving you, so I'm gonna break off the fish and I'm gonna give it to you with my hands. So I was like, that's so awesome. I'm like, that's so sweet. I get it. Like, that's what's up, okay? But it's hard, but I get it. But the kids was munching. They don't care. They was good. And the lady was like, his aunt was like, he was like telling K-Bot to tell the kids, like, I'm your grandmother. Like, I'm your grandma. You come here and you eat. Like, it was so amazing. They were just serving us. Like, we were stuffed. We had food on top of food. They brought out some BSAP juice. Then they brought out watermelon. Then they brought out these frozen treats. We were like, okay, yes. Like, true Senegalese taranga. Anytime I leave America and go traveling, I miss the food. I know. No, for real. It's different. I'm definitely like, I still don't understand why there's no Amazon Prime here. I'm just a little, you know. Look, even Kawana, me and her was talking about it the other day. Oh, I ate. I don't know if I know that domata. I don't know if I know domata. Peanut soup. I haven't had the peanut soup. Oh yeah, I think they do make. I know they put the peanut paste in their food, but yeah, I still never seen any soups. And I'm not very well versed because y'all know we've been vegan for most of the time. We just started eating some fish every once in a while, so I still don't know all the meals. Like they have like chibujin, and I just know sebon. I feel like I know one more, but it's a lot more that I don't know. Talk about their version of American food. Ooh, what's that? Like look at these bumps that I have right here from all of these mosquitoes killing me. Um, what's their version of American food? I'm trying to think. Like their burgers and stuff. I don't want to talk about their burgers. Yeah, no, they put fries in the burgers. They put fries in the burgers and the sandwiches. I think it's supposed to be a French thing. My kids are fully converted though. Like they eat fries with mayonnaise. That's a thing here. And they eat fries with the inside the sandwiches, which just is like it's just so not right for me. Like I am not with it, but they love it. When I went to the Gambia, I ate peanut butter soup at everyone's house. Was it good? I don't even know what that would taste like. Yeah, they be doing something with the peanut butter. I know they put it in some meal, and then we try ourselves. I mean, we call ourselves trying to use it. I tried it one time, and it just didn't go. But we use it though. Like we'll get the same kind of peanut butter and put it on and make a PB and J. I meant to say those dudes dancing in the background again of the video shoot. Oh my god, that was hilarious. My brother just called me last night. He was telling me he was laughing so hard. He was getting in trouble at work. I was like, why is this even happening? My vlogs be so random. I don't even try to make them that entertaining. Y'all have to check out that video. If y'all haven't seen it, it's the last BTS shoot. And it was so funny. Did y'all see the dude that was helping me? Like there was the dude that was dancing, and then it was the dude that decided to just come in, and he was like telling me that I should do a turn and stuff. I'm like, Taranya, look at Senegalese people are always helping. That's hilarious. There is American type food up to always a little off. Oh yeah, okay, right. Yes, that's true. So the pizza be like, first of all, if you're on here, okay, and you are Senegalese, let me just tell you that this is not an insult, okay? This is just the truth, okay? This is just the truth. Y'all are not supposed to be pros at making American food because you're not American. So it's just like we would totally ruin some chibujin, okay? But most definitely the pizza be falling off, like everything just be falling apart. The tacos, I haven't had, okay, yeah, I have had the tacos. The tacos are French tacos. They are literally quesadillas wrapped up in a burrito form. And then I haven't had the burgers because that's some meat. But I have seen, they look good though. The burgers look good. They be looking good. I don't know. Yes, they have fries. Don't get me started on them fries. Y'all see me talk about the fries. It's so disrespectful. They don't put seasoning on the fries. They don't put no salt and pepper on the fries. And it triggers me. What's up with the fried chicken? What does that taste like? But the fact that we on here talking about food, and I said I don't want to talk about food, but if y'all want to talk about food, oh my god, the fried chicken. Let me see if I know from Jollof now they have some Jollof fish here. Now that is like my American pleasure thing, and y'all know we're not even big on fish. That's actually how we started eating fish because we went to the Gambia, and on the way back. I was put on to Jollof Chicken. It's a restaurant here. It's like a Senegalese KFC, and they got fish, y'all, that is like fried hard. Okay, I'm like, what are y'all doing with this? When what's funny is that we like it so much because it reminds us of like American, fried fish or whatever, but no one ever orders it but us. Like most of the time, it's not even in the restaurant. That's how much no one orders it. Like they order fried chicken. They love them some fried chicken. It is normal as hell, hot and spicy. Oh my God, it did its job while I was in Gambia. That's funny. Oh yeah, they do be having stuff extra spicy. That's the thing. To them, it's not. That's why I be like, y'all think if anybody think Louisiana hot sauce is hot anyway, then something's going on with your taste buds. But our hot sauce is nothing. Y'all see me on this episode the other day. I really almost did not like. We almost couldn't do the episode because I was choking, and I'm talking about a little sprinkle. It's so real. The spiciness is like, did you want me to taste this? Did you want me to eat it though? Like, and the fish is like that too. The fish from Jollof. That peanut butter soup was off the chain. Really? It was especially good in the village. I'm about to have K-Bye ask his aunt, does she know how to make it? Cause she made some bomb sebon. The kids and I was like, she could have just made the rice. We would have just ate the rice and the onions plain. That's how good it was. Nice Egypt. Yes, the peanut butter soup is to die for. Really? With the lime over it. Okay. I need to make a note to ask her, does she know how to make the peanut butter soup? I have been having fufu. I forgot about our fufu chick, but I guess because it's not okra season. But there's a chick from Ghana. I think she's from Ghana. Yeah, and she was making us fufu, and that was so bomb. I had never had like really good fufu before she made it, and it was abnormally spicy. Like, do you want us to live after this meal? You have to think about us living. Oh, yeah, we'll have to see and try to get them to veganize it. Yeah, Senegal is really not. I mean, I think most African countries are not very vegan friendly, and I know that's so hard to explain to people because they be like, "It's vegetables, it's fruit." Like, what do you mean? Like, y'all don't have vegetables and fruit? But it's not the same. It's just so hard to explain. It's just because when for you to get the vegetables and fruit, it's just like in America. If you're eating a vegan diet, you're not going to go to one place and get all of what you need to eat. You're normally going to have to go to more than one place. So it's the same thing here. And then we talk about Africa. So, if you're not shopping at the grocery store, which I try not to get my vegetables from there, then you really got to go to like different stands. Seasons really are a thing here. So things are not always going to be available. And then when it comes to just like restaurant style, like when I say vegan friendly, it's rarely at the restaurants. And then sometimes you can, like, there's some places that's cool enough, like especially if you go enough times, and they'll work with you. And I heard this is a problem in Ghana too with vegans, but it's just like Africans are so funny because I feel like Caribbean people, Jamaican people do the same thing. It's like when they do things a certain way, especially when it comes to food, they don't want to change it. So for you to say, can you give me this meal, but hold the meat, don't put the meat on there. They just like, what? Like, I don't understand. Like, so it'd be so hard. I told y'all the story about the guy that I can never forget. I'll probably take this story to my grave. When we first moved here, because when we first moved here, it was real for us. Like the first week or so, I feel like, or the first few weeks, we were happy, right? We were like, okay, we're eating fruit. It was watermelon season. The watermelons were really red and juicy, and we were good. And we were happy about the croissants. We were eating croissants every day. And then once like maybe a month into it, I was like, okay, I need different stuff. And I would go to the grocery stores and try to make my Americanized meals, but the seasonings are different. So like I would go to the store, I couldn't read stuff. So I'm like, the first month I didn't have a cell phone either. So I'm like, I'm trying to make a pasta and I'm making it with the most spiciest sauce that ever existed. Just a whole bunch of epic fails. And then I tried to go to this guy that was serving fries one night. Like I was going on my adventure to go and find food. It was like an every night thing. And then I went to this restaurant for this guy to just give me fries. I'm like, I just need to feed my kids. It's late. Can I just have frites? Frites, I'm not. Okay, that's fries. Do you have fries? This man was like, he cannot even put it in his mind because the fries came with the chicken. So he's like, how do you expect me to give you fries with no chicken? And I'm like, okay, can you explain to him that this is all that we don't eat the chicken? Yep, okay? We don't eat the meat. So we just need the fries. And this man literally on the plate, instead of him just packing it with fries, I'm willing to pay any amount. He made the plates and he made an imaginary space for the chicken and just put the little portion of fries on there. Knowing that this is all that we're going to eat. It was one of the most stressful days I had here. I was so irritated. Like, I hate when simple stuff is not simple. Like, I get stuff being difficult, but when it's simple, I'm like, this could be simple, guy. Stop making imaginary chicken space. Just give me the goddamn fries, Like, come on, it's a plate of fries. I'm asking for a thing of fries. My homeboy was pissed off, too. Like, come on, what the hell? So, yeah, there's some restaurants that you can't even go there and just order fries. They'd be like, It was so crazy. Oh my gosh, I would have cried without my phone. Wait, y'all, I'm telling y'all, my journey into this country was one for the books. Like I know that I was supposed to experience it the way I did because even that, me not having a phone was really an illusion. It was like an illusion of difficulty that wasn't even real. Like it was just supposed to be like the first 30 days of me coming in here because really people that I was meeting, they could have made it easier for me. Like now I know how easy it is to get a phone. And it's just, no one was making it easy. And I was trying to get it flashed. I remember meeting I think the son of the Airbnb owner, and he was supposed to have taken my phone numbers, the numbers on the back of the phone or whatever to try to get it flashed, and they couldn't get it to work. So yeah, it was crazy the first month being here with no cell phone, gangsta level. I went through that with the fries. Oh my God, I wanted fries for our daughter, and they would not give us any because they were for the burgers. This is the craziest thing. I'm like, your mind cannot be this difficult. Give me them goddamn fries. Like, yes. I'm like, come on. Stop playing with me. That's the craziest thing. But I have seen it's not just Africans. I really think it's like a Caribbean, Jamaican. It might even be happening with Haitian people. I just think it's like a thing, like certain Black cultures outside of America. They just be like, this is how we do it. Because Ghana has a big vegan presence, but my friends that live there be like, nah, it's not easy to veganize something. So yes, them fries be having me pissed off. I'm just like, we just make our homemade fries now. If I would have known what I know now, we would have just got potatoes. Oh, but that's the thing too. I didn't have a stove at first either. Y'all, it was so cutthroat. I didn't have a stove. When I did have a stove, I was just using like the one big African pot thing, like the gas thing, and doing it on the African pot, which is insane when you're cooking for 10 children. Am I going back to Gordy Island? So I haven't been. You probably seen me you probably seen us at Ngor Island. I still haven't been to Gordy. No, I have been across from Gordy, y'all. I have been past Gordy. I am avoiding Gordy. Okay, now I'm not gonna say I'm avoiding it, but I really have been taking my time. Because it's just a whole thing. I was thinking about that earlier too, because I was like, I need to do a video or something about Yof Beach, the beach that I lived in front of when I was in Dakar. Because Americans, like, we still be trying to act like this, it was a myth, like the slave trade was like, maybe it was real. A lot of us woke Umar Johnson folks be really trying to act like it wasn't a thing, or maybe it wasn't all the way. But here in Senegal, I don't know if you guys know this, but Senegal is the closest tip to America. So if you were to map out the entire outline of Africa, out of all of West Africa, Senegal has the closest tip. Specifically in Dakar, Point des Almadies is the area that is the closest tip to America. So even the statue, if you guys know the famous statue, it is literally pointing to America. So for here in Senegalese culture, it's not a big secret. Like you have Gordy Island, it's teaching you the story. They know, they're not confused. They're not like, oh, people were chained up and just sent off somewhere. They're like, no, they were sent to America. So there's even stories about the beach that I lived in front of. And a lot of people will tell you, like, the beach that I lived in front of is active as hell. They have a couple of myths to it, or not myths, but like, I guess, mythology or whatever, a couple of stories or whatever, or folklore. But one of them is them talking about the ancestors that jumped off the boat and that tried to come back to Senegal, that were on their way to America, and how they're in the water. So a lot of people die in this water every year. This water is active as hell. This is the ocean that we lived in front of for the last 2 years. And I mean, it's really an amazing thing. Like, I never knew that water could be so powerful. When it comes to our electronics, our electricity, everything we had to replace. Like, I came into this apartment, the kids didn't have beds. We had to throw away everything. If it wasn't wood, like my wooden stuff wasn't ruined, everything else, if it was any other material, the ocean ruined it. And when my friend and I was talking about it the other day, he was like, yeah. He was like, well, that ocean, the current, because that's why it was the biggest slave trade. It wasn't just because Senegal is the closest point, but there's also a current that runs from here to there. And so he was like, yeah, well, there's that current, and everything from America comes over here. So it's just so active. And he just said it so casually. And I was like, wow, you know what? I need to talk about that. I don't think that Americans know that that's a truth for Senegalese people here. Lac Rose. Yes, I have a video at a hotel that I stayed in at Lac Rose. It's actually, it went underwater. A lot of the hotels, they're probably back up now. That was like a year and a half ago, but it went underwater, like all the hotels on, like right in front of Lac Rose. Yeah, I have a vlog there that I did. I didn't get in the water, and I'm glad I didn't. That experience was crazy because why? Just humans do not be saying, why don't we talk enough? Why don't we say, hey, if you do this, this could happen. Hey, this is a thing. This happened to me. Nobody says anything ever. Like, I feel like. And so I decided not to. I was going to get in the water, and last minute, for whatever random reason, I was just like, nah, it's okay. And so instead, I vlogged inside of the boat. And the people that I was with, that I had met that day, they got inside the water. And they were inside of, if you guys don't know, Lac Rose, or the Pink Lake is what it's called, in English. And it is the lake that, because of algae, because of something with the algae and the sun and something else together, it makes the lake pink. And that's where Senegal gets a lot of their salt from, inside of that lake. So at the bottom of the lake is nothing but salt. And because of that, you cannot drown in this lake. Obviously, if somebody's trying to drown you, then you could. But without that, then you cannot drown, because you're just going to float, because that's what salt does, apparently, when you're in it. And so the guy that was there, he was floating like kind of atop of the water, and he was using his hands to like guide him. So he's using his hands to guide him through the salt. Like, the salt is like, it looks so cool. It looks like crystals, like big chunks of crystal. They have all these geometric shapes and stuff. And so he's using his hands to go across the water. and he didn't feel anything at the time. By the time we got out the water, his hands were all cut open. Like he had nothing but cuts. And that's cuts with salt. So his hands was burning. I would have died this day. Okay? I'm like, why wouldn't y'all tell this man that is a foreigner? He came from like Greece. I'm like, why wouldn't y'all tell him that if he is on the surface of the floor doing this, he is going to get cut by these sharp angles and shapes of salt, and the salt is going. I'm just like, I be being protected, y'all. Like I'm telling y'all, because that was about to be me. I was gonna be doing exactly that. Yes, the water looks alive. That's what all of them say. There's another story about it. I can't remember how the story goes, but it's something that has to do with the guy that owned that, like the first guy that owned land over there. I can't even remember. Something happened with the people, and he put like a thing on the land, and that's what made the ocean go like that. But the majority of people are connected with the story of our ancestors and the whole, like, that being the facing America, that ocean facing America. It's active as hell. It's beautiful, but it's crazy. Oh, that's a good question. How was how was Halloween in Senegal? So they're not that big on it. I feel like the only people that celebrate Halloween here is the people that go out, at night. So they try to do, how we do the little club. But Halloween ain't really for kids no more. It's just for everybody that want to dress up in sexy outfits, and not all the way. I know some people really like to, enjoy it for the whole costume thing, but it seems like they don't do much of that at all. They just, it's just whenever you go out to the clubs and you'll see some people dressing up. Like I seen a few of my friends. I keep saying I'm gonna go one night so I can show y'all what it looks like. It took me to travel to different African countries to find out about our history. Being an American, I was not told much. Yeah, man, it is different. When you come over here and you hear about our history, it's just different. When you just hear locals talking about it, like one thing I love is when I am somewhere and a local elder asks me where I'm from. And I say America. This has happened to me 3 times since I moved here. And even here in Sally after we moved here. And I'll say I'm from America. And they'll be like, no, you're not. I'm like, what? They're like, no, you're not from America. That's where you were shipped off to, but you are from here. And I just love hearing that from our elders, because I feel like we don't really think that Africans really think that. And if we do, it's like more of like our younger generation that's been on, learning our history and stuff. But there are elders who know that and who go with that. Like I have been corrected about saying I'm an American a few times. Yes, it's a different story. I love hearing them tell the story of our slavery. Like, I actually want to get K-Bot on here. Like, I think I'm going to just do a video like we did the funeral one. And I want him to talk about these different stories that they know. Like, there are stories of people that were doing things to not be put on that boat. Like, really, like certain things. He was telling me about a group of women that lived here, like not too far from this neighborhood. And he was telling me about how they locked themselves in a room, and they set themselves on fire so that they wouldn't be taken to America. And the stories are just real, because when they say it, it's like they're using those terms. They're saying, like they did this so that they wouldn't be taken to America. It's not even like so they wouldn't be enslaved, so they wouldn't be taken. Like they know the details of it, and we only know it from one end, which is us, like, running from dogs and being hung and stuff. Like we know our history of slavery from it starting, like once it started over there, but we don't really know too much about the captivity of it and what people went through. He talked about a lot of rebellion, like we only know like the Haitian Revolution because luckily many years ago it came out, but there's a lot of people that know that they were not like the way that the story is portrayed. Like they just, oh well, guess we just gotta go. And no, they'd be like, nah. A lot of them do. Not every one of them. I don't even think the majority of them really know. But there's some of them that be like, no, that's not even how it went. They were really fighting, and they were going to extremes to not be taken to America. And I love that truth, because if you are into migrating, like you're living, or you're on the track of living your ancestors' wildest dream. Like if we're talking about ancestors that didn't want to be taken from here, and then you're coming back, like you're descendants of them, and then you're coming back here, that's a whole like paradigm shift. Like that does something in this realm. It definitely changes some things. Absolutely. Thank you, Ozzy Ross, for tuning in. If you guys are just tuning in, this is a Q&A. We're having a Q&A about anything that you want to ask me. And we're going to close in just a minute. We talked about food for like the majority of this. I feel like women can talk about food at any time for however long. I don't know why it's the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, because I get it, but women, we love food too. Yeah, so ask me any questions you want to ask. We're going to close out soon. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please thumbs up this episode if you appreciate this episode. If you love Earth is School, if you want your girl to continue, show me some love so YouTube can know that I need to keep doing this show. It's my song, y'all. My beat. Yes, let me know if you guys have anything else on your mind, something that you have wanted to ask me, something that is appropriate, something that is relevant and appropriate, okay? Gotta put emphasis or stipulations on that. Thank you, Ozzy Ross. I love you too. I love all you guys. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in and being in the beginning of Earth is School, of this amazing video cast. Just see it. Can y'all see where Earth is School is going to be? Like, it's about to be on a whole nother level, a whole extra setup. And I'm going to be streaming on all these different platforms. It's amazing. I can feel it. Get ready, or I should say, be on the lookout for my group that I am creating, my membership group that is going to be all about the mind. It is called Quantum Level, so look out for that. And I'm going to, on one level, I'm going to be going live almost every day, just random. It's not even going to be this setup. It's going to be more personal. So you guys are going to see me in a more personal light. And I'm going to be talking about manifesting in so many different ways. I'm going to be sharing my own personal things, day-to-day things that have to do with raising your vibration and how to live a life of ease. And I'm also going to have another level where I'm going to do weekly alpha brain meditation. So it's going to be, you basically are going to get what my clients get one-on-one with me. You're going to get very similar to that, basically. And the whole goal is to change your life. The whole goal is to help you to manifest quickly, to understand the power that you have in prayer, and to no longer get in modes where you're stagnant, where you feel stuck. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Every time I say yes, yes, yes now, I want to be like, yes, yes, yes. Yum, yum. Yes, yes, yes. My sister keep trying to get me to try that, y'all. She's like, you'll be so good. My older sister, she wants me to go on Bigo so bad and embarrass myself. I'm like, girl, why do you want me? Why? Why can't you just appreciate what I do right now on my platform? She's like, "Cause you can make so much money and totally humiliate myself. Like, seriously." Good. Praying every day. That is good. You are supposed to. Every single day. Being in the mode of receiving is true prayer. Knowing that you got it. Okay, you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming in. We are about to be out. Come on, YouTube. Hey, Ghost. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I want you to sit right there. You can turn this around. Turn that around. Mm-hmm. Turn it around to you. Right there. Don't come in the show. I'm doing the show. All right, you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Yes, please go back. Oh, you missed the food talk. Listen to the replay. I have funny stories and all. Or you can lay down. I have crazy story. I always have a crazy story. Oh, I don't know too much about it. When I first moved here, I was hearing a lot more. I think when I first moved here, it had just happened. Like there was a group of people that did. Um, so I don't know if it's been anything recent, but it is tragic. I know there's a movie about it on Netflix. It's a really good movie on Netflix about it. And it kind of got a little scary for me. I don't watch scary movies. I kind of turned it off. But it's a really good movie on Netflix. I'll have to post it. I mean, if you go to Netflix and you type in Wolof or Senegal, you'll probably find it because it's not that many movies on Netflix that have to do with Senegal. But it's tragic. It's really horrible, and I definitely have met people that have had like sisters or siblings and loved ones that have attempted to leave via boat. Ozzy, don't get blocked, boo. Yeah, to get to Italy, yeah. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It just reminds me of what I've always heard about, like, some Hispanics in Mexico and other countries. It reminds me of that same thing. I'm like, dang, like the reality is that there are really people out here that are living in such conditions that it's just like you just like forget it. Like I'll risk it all to have a chance. And it's really crazy when you are born and raised on the richest land, the richest soil on earth, the most resourceful land, the land of milk and honey. That is what is just a smack in the face. It shouldn't even be happening. It shouldn't be happening nowhere in the world with all the billionaires and all the money that these countries make. I mean, America just sent billions to somewhere, right? So it shouldn't even be happening anywhere. But it damn sure shouldn't be happening in the countries that, on the continent that without it, we wouldn't have cell phones. We wouldn't even be having our laptops working and stuff. It's crazy. People are hilarious. Okay, you guys, I thank you so much for tuning into this Q&A. I will see you guys tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get ready for this juicy episode that we're going to have. Like always, I love you guys. Thumbs up, share, hit that super thanks button if you want to support my channel and this show. Until tomorrow, please don't forget that Earth is school. Peace out. Peace out. If you guys want to book a session with me, you can email me here. If you guys want some one-on-one coaching, quantum healing. If you have a birth coming up and you think I might be the birth worker for you, all that good stuff, email me. All right. Peace out.